Hi Flosstube, I'm Sally. I'm StitchySally here on YouTube and also over on Instagram. Today is Wednesday the 13th of March 2024 and this is Flosstube number 72. And let's just say, hopefully third time's a charm. I usually do a little tiny bit first off, check to make sure the sound's alright and everything, and then I go. I started to cough, so I paused it, and unfortunately when I thought I had started it again, I'd actually stopped it altogether and I was just sat here talking to myself, basically. Well, I am kind of talking to myself anyway, but yeah, wasn't recording. So I'm going to start again. I'm hoping that I can get through this without too much coughing. So, yeah, we'll start again. So very warm welcome, whether you are a new or a returning viewer. It's lovely to have you here. And I'd just like to say a very warm welcome to the new subscribers that I have had recently. Welcome to my Flosstube. So this is mainly a Flosstube about cross stitch. If I have any live stuff, I will leave it until the end so that if you want to skip through it, you can skip through it. So I have no finishes to show you. I'm quite close on a couple of pieces, but whether they'll actually get finished this week, I do not know. But we'll see. So I'm going to start by showing you my 6 for 60 pieces. So if you are new here, I was 60 in December and I started 60 new projects, starting the 1st of December through to the 5th, and then the 6th one I started on my actual birthday. I have finished one of them, which was Blackbird Designs Christmas Rose, which I think I showed last time. So let's start again showing you these. So this one is a wonderful live Pinkeep drum by Stacy Nash Designs. Absolutely love this piece. So I did a DMC conversion. Do excuse the mess. I did a conversion to DMC. And I'm stitching this on 36 count summer khaki linen by Zweigart. And that is where I am at. I do apologise for the light. I've got my ring light on, but it's not the best. It's gone really, really dull now. It was a beautiful day this morning. Well, a beautiful morning. It's not such a beautiful day now. Not such a beautiful afternoon is what I should say. So as you can see, I've made a start on this top here. The garland up at the top. I finished this tree. I don't think I had that tree finished last time. Not quite sure what else I've got to put in. I know there's a load of snowflakes to put in, which I'm not particularly looking forward to doing. Not quite sure what else actually. No, I don't know. I can't see that on the chart, on the cover photo. So yeah, really enjoying that. I am going to finish it into a drum. Not quite sure how well it'll go because it is quite a large drum. And I don't use lizard litter or sawdust. I've never really wanted to use it, but I think possibly for this one I might have a go. Right. It's like deja vu this. So Barbara Anna Designs Dreaming Girl. And I stitch Barbara Anna's on a Wednesday with my lovely stitchy friend Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows. And we have a hashtag which is Barbara Anna Wednesdays. And one of my lovely viewers, Sue, she's also joining in with this one. And I did say last time that Sally's stitching this one, but she isn't. I don't know what on earth I was thinking, because I know she's been doing the 4 seasons. But once I've finished this and providing we're both ready to go, we're going to start Garden of Dreams. So these are the DMC colours. Again, sorry for the mess. And I'm stitching this on an unknown piece of blue fabric out of stash. And there she is. So not too much more to go. I am hoping that I might be able to get this finished tonight. Not quite sure what I have got left to do actually. Some bits in her hair, a little bit of back stitch, and I think some seagulls and birds maybe. Anyway, hoping to get it finished tonight. And then, as I say, we can start Garden of Dreams next. It's not kitted up yet, but I will kit it as soon as I finish this one. And have you seen Barbara Anna's latest release? She's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Right, next one is, and if you don't like profanities, look away. I should really say that every week and I forget. So this one is Rebel Stitcher Designs Happily Ever After. And I just fell in love with this when it came out at market last year. I didn't buy it straight away. I didn't ask for it to be for a pre-order or anything. I just asked Sue at Peakside later on in the year if she could get it for me. But let me tell you, that border is no joke. That border, yeah. That's a lot of work. But it's very pretty. So again, I did a DMC conversion online. I think there was only one that I think that there wasn't an actual conversion for, so I just tried to find the nearest one really. As I've said before, purples and pinks do not show up very well on my laptop camera. They're a lot nicer looking than that. So I'm stitching this on a piece of 36 count even weave. It's a fabric of the month by Coffee Craft Fabrics, and it doesn't show up very well at all, doesn't the colour? It's a nice pinky, not in your face pink, it's a nice sort of pastel-y pink, so that really doesn't show up very well. But yeah, that's coming along really, really nicely. So still a lot of work to do on the border, but I learned my lesson after I got cocky and tried to do all the green, one colour, one shade of green, and I messed up, so I'm being a little more careful now. But yeah, really enjoying that one as well. Oops, sorry, not my microphone. Alright, just gonna grab a drink. Right, next one is another one that's close-ish to a finish, but I do have light stitching to do. So this one is Stitches Through the Years Waiting for Santa, and this is my Friday night stitch with my lovely friend Barb, as well as being one of my 6 for 60. And I also started this for the December sale that I do with my lovely friend Chris. Their Instagram handles are in the description box below, and if anybody has a YouTube channel, then that is also down below, the link to the channel. So those are the DMCs. And I'm stitching this on a 40 count vintage country mocha, which is what I stitched the summer and the autumn one on. So I'm a little bit behind now, I've still got autumn in the frame. So as you can see, I have just about finished the border. I've just got some white stitches to fill in on these berries. I've got some stitching to fill in here and here, and then just this bit at the bottom, so what I was doing last Friday was doing a couple of strands of this in here. I think it's a very pale blue grey, and then I'd go back and do something else just so that I wasn't solely concentrating on that bottom. I'm going to have to eventually, it's just going to be that bit that needs stitching. But yeah, love how that's looking. And it'll be finished to put up next winter. I mean, even though it is technically still the winter equinox, it's meteorological spring, so I have got my spring stuff out now. I would have liked to have kept winter actually for a little bit longer, but then something else has to be not be out for as long, if that makes sense. And then my final 6 for 60 is the one that I actually started on my birthday. Oops, sorry, just a moment. I'll pick that up off the floor. And this one is Teresa Kogut with Thy Hands. And I'm stitching this big one here. As I've said before, I am going to do these two as well. So I am stitching this with my lovely stitchy friend Elaine at Ellie Welly Stitcher, and Sally at Flossy Sews and Grows. She was also going to start this with me, but unfortunately she couldn't get the chart, so she's been stitching Remember Me, which is also by Teresa Kogut. But she's got it now. Are you going to start it, Sally? Are you going to start that for one of your 50 for 50? Please don't throw anything at me. So I'm using the DMCs as charted, and I'm also using the DMCs. I think there was 3 weeks dye works, and I'm using the DMC conversion instead. And I'm stitching this on a piece of 40 count vintage country mocha. And there we have it. So I think Sally started at the top left, was it? I can't remember. But she started at the top, and she's done the first bit of the border all the way around, I think, and then she's gone across the top. I started in the middle, and I've worked my way down. And I really love this. I just love how it's stitching up. It's such a pretty piece. I love that hand in the middle, the two houses. Of course, this here, you see this bit here, this is the house, big house up here. And you all know me and houses. I seem to like stitching houses. So those are 5 of my 6 for 60. Still on the go. So we'll see how I get on, see if I can get my Dreaming Girl finished tonight, and then just see how the rest go. So because I had finished Christmas Rose, I moved this into my Tuesday night slot, which is Scattered Seed Samplers Remember Me Pinkeep. So on a Tuesday night, I normally stitch Blackbird Designs with my very lovely friends Barb and Mouse. So I'm just going to stitch this until it's finished in my Tuesday night slot with them. And also I started this on the 1st of February with my lovely stitch friend Dawn at Frosty X Stitch. So I'm using the DMC, Call for DMC, and I wanted to stitch this on a piece of that. Oh, left my needle in there. I shall be looking for that later. No, well, never mind. Um, yeah, sorry, I got distracted then because I'd left my needle in. I did want to stitch this on the called for, which was 36 count vintage country mocha, but I didn't have any at the time. So I'm using 36 count Dolly Madison by Needle and Flax. And that's where I'm at. So it's going really, really well. Really enjoying it. I did manage to get quite a bit done last night. I'm not keen on the fabric. I don't know, there's something about the weave of it. I don't really know. And I did have bother with it when I picked it up on Tuesday last week, because I have a stitching light and the spotlight bit of it had blown, so, and the only other bulb that I had that would fit wasn't as bright, so I did struggle with it a little bit. But it did go better. It went better last night because I got a replacement bulb on Saturday. So yeah, really, really love this. And it's a lot, I don't know, I know it's really silly. It's a lot bigger than I expected. Right, so next one is Meloca Designs Highland Cow, and this is from World of Cross Stitching, December 2023, and I started this for the hashtag Mighty Wee Nation Sal, which is hosted by lovely Amanda from Alba Stitcher. Wasn't going to do it, sorry. Wasn't going to do it, and yet I pressed the right button this time. I don't have to start again. Because I don't really have anything that I could start, and then Amanda showed this. This was one of her starts, and I thought, oh, I've got access to magazines through my library and press reader, so I decided to start it. I am using the call for colours, apart from I swapped out 553 for 208 because I was using that in another project, and I wasn't entirely sure whether I'd have enough for that project. And I'm using a piece of 32 count, it's like a white even weave, I believe. It's some that I had given. And look at him. Doesn't he look fantastic? Absolutely fantastic. When I started it, I really wasn't sure, but now it's all starting to come together. I just think it looks amazing. Love it. And I just pick him up whenever I have a bit of time in an afternoon and just pop a few stitches into him. But yeah, I just think that's amazing. So, loving that. And I had to laugh as well because there is a freebie Meloca Designs, which is a chicken. And I thought of Sally at Flossie Sews and Grows straight away. And somebody else had done the same thing and let her know about it, and she's actually started it. Because for anybody that doesn't watch Sally, do go and watch Sally. She's absolutely fantastic. Love her floss tube. And she loves chickens. She has chickens as well. Oh no, you don't want to see that. You don't need to see my frame. Losing the plot. So, my last whip is this biggie. It is Long Dog Samplers The Pilgrim. And I started this on the 3rd of November last year for Elaine Ellie Stitcher's birthday. So the hashtag for that one is hashtag Let's Get the Dogs Out Sal. And then Amanda Alba Stitcher, she was starting her first long dog, and I said, I'm going to be starting mine on the 3rd. I'd love to join you. So she said she would start on the 3rd as well, and the hashtag for that is my first long dog sell. And I'm also joining in Long Dog Sampler Sundays as well. So I stitched this on a Sunday. I did do it on a Thursday, and now I've moved it to Sunday. So yeah, my first long dog. So I'm using black anchor, and then I've got white, DMC white for the back stitch in the black parts, and I'm going to use Carrie's Creations Old World Red for the wording. That was my first choice, then I changed my mind and now I've gone back to it. So I'm using 20 count Balana, that's why I got Balana, and I think it's an off-white. It didn't have colour names, it had colour numbers when I ordered it, and there we are, doing really well on page 2. That humpy bit, big bit, looks like a stone at the moment or whatever, there is a flamingo. So I have and ahed over doing a long dog for quite a while, and I thought, no, I don't think I could do one. Says the girl who used to stitch quite a few Heaven and Earth designs. Well, I still have, as you will know if you've watched me before, I've still got Guardian to finish and I need to get back to that. Yeah, but I'm really enjoying it. I'm so pleased that I decided to start one, and I know I've not started with a small one, but never mind. Yeah, really, really loving it. Whoops. So those are all my whips. So hopefully not too long a video this week. Right, I have one piece of haul, which was my February fabric of the month from Fabrics by Crafti Kate, and I get a 13 by 18 36 count linen, and that's the February piece, and I love this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice. I don't know what I'll stitch on it at the moment, but I think it's a nice, you know, like a neutral for a sampler or something like that. So, yeah. And the March piece is another gorgeous one as well, so I'm looking forward to that one later. Right, so, oh, and I've forgotten to bring them as well. Yeah, one of my lovely viewers had sent me a package, which if you watch my last Flosstube you will have seen it, and she sent me a couple of charts to give away. So I'm just going to draw the winners for those. So one of them was Little House Needleworks Farm Life. I don't know whether I made a note of them for my last, because I've got no notes this time. Yeah, Farm Life by Little House Needleworks. I've got a pen so that I can make a note of them. So I've got a spin the wheel one here that I've put everybody's names into. So let's give it a spin. So that the winner of the Farm Life is Alison Owen 854. So Alison, if you could either email me at the email address in the description box down below, or message me on Instagram, that would be absolutely brilliant. Right, let's do, the other one was B-Skep, and I do not remember the designer of that one. So, but if Alison's name comes up again, I don't know whether Alison's on this one or not, actually, I can't remember. Yes, she is. I will spin again. So here we go. And the winner of that one is Mandy Moran 7714. So Mandy, if you could please either email me at the email address down below, or I don't know whether you are on Instagram or not, but if you are, you can message me on there as well. So congratulations, Alison and Mandy. I will get those in the post as soon as I can, once I have got your details. So that's that. I have been watching a few Flosstubers. I haven't made a note of anybody that I've watched. Yeah. And I can't remember. Who did I watch the other day? Natalie at Home Sweet Home Handmade. Love Natalie. And if you haven't watched her, do go and have a look. She's lovely. She does some lovely projects. And she's got 2 very cute kittens as well. I don't know who else I watched. I watched Natalie, and I watched somebody else, and I don't remember who it was. Can't remember. Cannot remember. Sorry. And I used to do this. I used to make sure I mentioned some Flosstubers, and I've kind of got out of it recently. But anyway, so I'll just try and do a bit of a quick life update. I do actually have some haul coming, because I did an order with the works, because I saw somebody on Instagram had said that their local works had Cross Stitch for the Heart in the Emma Congdon book. Have the other 2 which I bought from the works, but my local one didn't have it in, so I did an order to be delivered to the shops. So Abby's going to get that for me today because she's at work. Yeah, quick life update. Sorry, got distracted. So as you can tell, I'm still coughing. I have been back to the doctors again, and I will continue to go back to the doctors if so the doctor that I saw yesterday, he thinks my bronchial tubes could be inflamed, so he's given me an inhaler to try and, if it is that, to try and get the inflammation down and hope that sorts it. And then if it doesn't, he'll send me for a chest x-ray. He'll refer me for a chest x-ray. My chest's clear still, so I just don't know. I don't know what the hell is going on. But my sister did say her husband is the same. You think it's going, and then it's just bam, comes back again. The Friday after I filmed last time, I had a really, really bad day. I was in tears. And then by Monday, it had changed and it wasn't as bad. So I don't know what on earth's going on. But my sister's husband's had COVID, so like I say, don't know, didn't test. Everybody seemed to have this nasty cold virus, so none of us bothered testing, which probably wasn't the best thing. But so yeah, now on this inhaler to see if that helps. When I went to the pharmacy to pick my prescription up, I'd started coughing in there, and the pharmacist asked me a few questions, and then she said to my husband, you need to do this, you know, do this on your back, because she thought it sounded like there was stuff that I needed to get up that wasn't moving. So I don't know, just going to have to suck it up and see, but I just want rid of it. I really do just want rid of it. And then last week, Abby and her colleagues got told that they needed to be at work for 9 o'clock on Friday morning, meeting with the area manager. And the long and the short of it is the shop's closing. So she's devastated. She had to come home. She had to come home for a bit to compose herself. Somebody covered for her while she came home, and she was just in absolute floods of tears. She's been there nearly 10 years, and yeah, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. I'm not going to say too much about it now, because there's a small glimmer of hope that they could change their minds if they can renegotiate a lease. But if not, then she's out of work after the 19th of April, and it stinks, because we live in a small town. There's barely any jobs. And obviously she works in retail. Unless you're management, they just expect you to work very small contracts, and it's not worth travelling for. So, and she won't get redundancy either, because they'll be expected to go to other stores to work, even though there's no jobs at other stores. I could rant, but I'm not going to do, because, like I say, if it changes, then hopefully she will still be in work. But so yeah, hasn't been the best start to the year so far. What with this cough and Abby facing losing her job. But there's worse off. There's far worse off than us. So that is that. I am going to go. I'm going to get this uploaded. Maybe do a bit of stitching, I don't know yet. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. Love all your comments. Thank you so much for everybody who takes the time out to leave a comment, who watches, even if you just watch and you like my video. I appreciate that. I just appreciate every single one of you who keeps coming back every week, or those of you who are new, in whatever way. Truly appreciate it. So I will hopefully see you in a couple of weeks' time. Hopefully I might have stopped coughing by then. I keep saying it, don't I? I keep saying hopefully I'll have stopped coughing by then. And it doesn't go away. And I'm at that point, and I know I'm waffling, I'm at that point where I think I'm never going to get rid of it. But anyway, and I'm still doing well. I haven't, other than the cross stitch for the heart book, I haven't bought any charts. I may well have not bought that one, but there is one in it that I really want to stitch, and obviously I want it to go with the other two anyway. So I'm doing okay there. I'm really proud of myself for lasting as long as I have done. I did say that I might have a treat April, August and December, so next month I may well buy myself something. Thankfully, I've not really seen that much at Nashville, so that's been good. Couple of things that I did see, not really sure that I want. I think if I bought them now, I'd be buying them just for the sake of it, so they'll go on a wish list for a bit and see how I feel. Anyway, I'm waffling, so I'm going to go. So thank you once again for watching. Take care, everybody, and enjoy every stitch. Bye.